What's up, Sooner Nation? Welcome back to the Sooner Surge. Another signing on the dotted line. This one in Taylor Tatum, 5-star, number one running back, dual sport, uh, elite athlete, Taylor Tatum, a Sooner. To say the expectations are through the roof would be an understatement, guys. Taylor Tatum is expected to shine uh, in the Crimson and Cream.
Yeah, probably highest rated, ranked. Well, it is the highest ranked running back in a long time. If you look at the numbers just off his recruiting stats, I mean, so there's a lot of expectation there, and a guy that just didn't disappoint even after getting his stature and his number and where he's been ranked, and just continued to produce, and that's what he does. He produces on the field all the time, and if the moment's big, he produces even better. I think so. Uh, just a just an all around great runner. You can see some running backs that maybe they're great catching the ball out of that backfield. Maybe they're great in between the tackles. Maybe they're great on the edge. Taylor Tatum is a pure all around running back. Not a guy that's just a burner and that's it. He's not a guy that just power run. He can do it all, and his size kind of leans to that. He can do physical in between the tackle. He can get out on the edge. He'll outrun you to the end zone. So super excited to see what DeMarco Murray does with him and how he develops over the next few years. And a great get for DeMarco Murray.
Yeah, 5'10", 205. Taylor Tatum, watching him, you can see why he's the number one running back in the country per the composite rankings, with just how many different ways he's able to make a defense pay. I mean, early in the year, he had like a 60-yard touchdown pass as the running back. Over his past 2 years for Longview, he's had over 3,300 yards rushing. That's insane in Texas 5A football. That's a big time accomplishment for Taylor Tatum. And then on the other side, he's an equally as good of a baseball player, if not better, than he is a football player. This summer, he played on MLB Network in the Hank Aaron Invitational for some of the top prospects in high school baseball, where they all play together, learn from some former All Stars and Hall of Famers over a weekend. And Taylor Tatum was in that game. Because of that, Taylor Tatum will not be an early enrollee. He's staying in high school, going to try to play in baseball. Not 100% sure if that's going to happen because he had an injury at the end of the football season. So it'll be interesting to see if he's able to finish out his final season of high school baseball. That does it hurts his future slightly at OU because you don't get this winter and spring to get adjusted to the college life, to get in the weight room with Schmitty and try to make an early run at some playing time at running back. But that's fine anyways when you look at who the Sooners have right now in that running back room for DeMarco Murray. You have guys in Salchuk going on year three, will be a redshirt sophomore next year. You have Caleb Hicks going to be a redshirt freshman year two, and those are two former big time recruits for DeMarco.
Barnes.
Yeah, Javante Barnes of
Franklin.
yeah, then you have Samuel Franklin as well, transfer from UT Martin. So a loaded room, but Taylor Tatum, once he gets adjusted to it, I mean, he should have a very, very good career at OU when you just watch the way in which he runs. He's just patience in the backfield as well as his just pure track star speed burst he's able to hit you with once he hits the hole at 100%.
Yeah, and patience, like you just said, Hunter. Sooner fans need to be a little bit patient with Taylor Tatum, not just the fans, the staff as well. When you're dealing with a two-sport athlete like this, there's got to be some give, and I think the staff knows this as they recruited him, and the baseball staff was in on this too. So this isn't. I mean, this is all across the board. There's got to be some give and take on both sides if you really care about the future of Taylor Tatum, which I know they do there in Norman, Oklahoma. But it's one thing to get 3,300 yards. It's another thing to get 3,300 yards when everyone in the freaking stadium knows you're getting the ball. And that's what the case was there at Longview in a really good football conference. But yeah, I just think Sooner fans, staff, everyone needs to be patient because he is a dual sport guy and he's got to do what's best for him, right? And this isn't the first dual sport athlete we've seen at OU. We've seen a few play football and baseball and been pretty successful.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying about patient, but at the same time, he is a 5-star running back, number 1 running back in the nation. So yeah, you can be patient a little bit, but there's a lot of expectation there too. And Tatum doesn't back off that expectation or pressure, and I think he welcomes it with open arms. And let's face facts: it's the biggest running back recruit since Adrian Peterson. Highest ranked.
Joe Mixon was a 5-star, I believe.
Was he? He wasn't the number 1 running back.
Yeah, but he was a 5-star.
I agree with that. But this guy, he's the guy at running back coming out of high school.
For sure.
Yeah. You've seen it. I mean, over the past just 2 years alone at Longview, 53 rushing touchdowns. That's just purely rushing touchdowns. He's caught a few, thrown a few as well. I mean, like Jeremy said, they know he's getting the ball. They know it. I mean, you're playing Longview. You're going against the number 1 running back in the country. They're going to hand him the ball and hand it to him some more and some more. And he's still able to make plays, even though everyone should know he's getting the ball. He's still able to make guys mix, still able to make those highlight reel plays, turning stuff that should be nothing into something, into a big play, and putting points on the board as well.
Well, and when he runs, I mean, Jeremy, you might be, since you do track, you coach track and stuff. When he runs, it doesn't even look like he's really running that hard, and he's blowing by people. It just looks very just easy and natural in his stride and everything.
That's what I was actually getting ready to say. He makes difficult things look like it's just very natural. To me, anyone that's ever been around someone like that, they stand out because of that. And Taylor Tatum does that. He's also got a knack for the end zone. He's got a knack for highlight reels. But even on those, Jay, I've watched several of the highlights. Sometimes you're like, wow, I mean, it doesn't look like he's running, but he's leaving people in the dust. And that's what he is. He's elite. He's the number 1 running back in the United States of America, ladies and gentlemen. And he's going to reside in Norman, Oklahoma at the Palace on the Prairie. Congrats to Taylor Tatum and congrats to Oklahoma in getting him signed, sealed, and delivered. He's a Sooner. Can't wait to watch him in Norman. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do so. Till next time, Boomer.
Sooner.